Hello, welcome back. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. So later at the end of the video, I'll explain where that birthday song comes from. Do you know? So why don't you put in the comments now before you watch the whole video? Do you know who created that song? So today's question for our why questions is, why do people celebrate birthdays? By Kokoro. Yes, Kokoro, she's GPWU student, Guma Prefecture Women's University student. I'm also a professor when I'm not teaching my English school and when I'm not doing these videos. So of course, she's a first year student in my speaking class, actually. So her question is, why do people celebrate birthdays? This is a great question. In my house, we weren't fans of birthdays. Some people, like if you watch Big Bang Theory, Sheldon, I think he doesn't believe in celebrating birthdays. But in my house, we didn't celebrate as much. But I'll go over the history of why humans started celebrating or when they started celebrating birthdays. How about you? Put in the comments below what what was your last birthday? How old are you now? And what do you do? Maybe what do you do for your birthday? Because around the world, people do different things, of course. So birthdays, of course, that's why I have lollipops. So you can gub it. Yeah, we have lollipops. Birthdays have been celebrated for a long time. Actually, in ancient, what is it, Greece, I think, right? Greece and Egypt, yes. In ancient Greece and Egypt, they celebrated birthdays a long time ago. But mostly for thousands of years, they're mostly for wealthier families to celebrate. For example, emperors and kings did it a lot. In Egypt and in Greece, when they had a new king, they would do it in Germany and Italy and even in Japan, for example. I've did a different video about why we celebrate the emperor's birthday. For example, we used to celebrate December 23, and there's also, I think, a May Day. And so for thousands of years, for over 1,000 years, they've been celebrating, like since ancient times, those rich people or wealthy people or leader people. But in the last couple hundred years, yeah, it's becoming more common, especially the last 100 years, it's becoming more of a kids thing. Many kids in America do it. But why? Why do we do it? So, of course, celebrating birthdays prompts individuals to think about different things. For example, you're celebrating your personal growth. So every year, that's why my house, I wasn't a fan of this because usually my birthday, instead of celebrating, I like to take the day off to just think about what I've done, personal growth. I think the January 1st and my birthdays are the worst days for me because not worst, maybe best and worst, because I think about what I've done last year and how much did I succeed in my goals and what are my goals for this year. So of course, personal growth is one reason, and cultural traditions also are another reasons. Like there's coming of age days. That's kind of celebrating your birthday. Like in Japan, 20. I think in America, what is it, 15 for Latin Americans or Mexican people, Spanish people. So of course, those are involved in culture. So cultural reasons to celebrate your birthday, like when are you okay? When is this person okay to marriage, for example? Those were reasons to celebrate birthdays and social connections. We also give cakes and of gift giving, which I'll talk about in a minute. Also, reflections on mortality. You're encouraged to appreciate life. Like I appreciate, I've done so much. Like as you get a year older, wow, I'm getting older. I can't move as well, but I appreciate what's happened to me so far. So some of those traditions I mentioned, birthday cakes, started in Germany in the 18th century, which means between 1700 and 1800. In Germany, they were called Kinderfest celebrations for children. So Kinderfest for children. The cakes symbolize the sweetness and the joy of life. So enjoy the joy of life. Is kind of when cakes started. And number two, candles. If you don't know the American tradition where we have candles, one candle for every year of your age. So if you're 18 years old, you have 18 candles, and your objective is to blow them out. You try to blow them all out. Well, that was a bad example, maybe, because you blow them out in one breath, like, whoa, I'm finished. So one breath. You try to blow them all out in one breath. That originated actually in ancient Greece, where candles were placed on cakes to honor the goddess of the moon, which is, I think, Artemis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Artemis. Yeah. So today, blowing out candles, actually, we involve a wish. So I don't know if this is worldwide, but in America, before you blow out your candles, they'll say, okay, make a wish, especially for children. And you're like, okay. But if you say your wish, it doesn't come true. So you have to keep it to yourself. It's like, okay, I got it. And then And if you successfully blow all your candles out, the wish is supposed to come true in the next year, the next 365 days. But of course, because of that reason, we also have trick candles in America where they are impossible to blow out. So like, and it'll brighter, boom, and it'll keep coming back. So that's the reason for that joke, because of course they're like, oh, your wish is not going to come true. And number three, of course, gift giving. We present gifts as a celebration, expression of our love to the person to show that we appreciate them. So again, several reasons we celebrate, of course, to show the personal growth that year, to show the culture, traditions, like I said, like coming of age days or when you're okay to marry, for example, in different cultures. And of course, I explained the cakes and where cakes came from, Germany, and where blowing out candles came from, of course, ancient Greece. So how about you? So like I said, these are ancient Greece and Egyptian traditions. And also, these are the famous traditions in America. But how about in your country? How do you celebrate birthdays where you're from? So please put a comment below so we can learn more knowledge together. Thanks again for watching these videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have a good day. And happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday. So some people have birthdays. So I hope, who was this from? Happy birthday. Why do we celebrate birthdays? Kokoro. Again, this is Why Do We Celebrate Birthdays by Kokoro, GPWU, my first year speaking student. So I wish her a happy birthday and anybody else who happens to have a birthday when this video comes out or when you're watching this video. So see you next time. Have a good day.